How do we define ourselves in public? How do we communicate our sense of self to others? Sometimes we use clothing or jewelry to advertise our self-image. Sometimes we express our opinions when we talk to others. Sometimes we participate in activities that tell others about our priorities. So, how do we tell others about our faith? Through what we have, what we say, and what we do. The Church has a technical name for many of these possessions, sayings, or activities. They're called sacramentals. Sacramentals are not sacraments. Sacraments are universal signs of worship. Sacramentals are outside of formal worship, but can point us towards that worship. They can be local to a particular culture or to a certain time and place. They can even be personal. For example, they can be medals or crosses we wear, prayers we say, even activities we do together, like saying a group rosary. First among the sacramentals are blessings, calling God's favor upon people, places, or things. Sometimes blessings are prayers for commitment, sometimes for protection. No matter whether the sacramentals are what we have, say, or do, they are meant to prepare us for worship. They are means to help us focus on God. How people use sacramentals sometimes expresses a particular devotion, what we call popular piety. Popular piety can consist of prayers and other activities that draw the faithful together. It can include saying daily prayers or scripture study. It can be seasonal, like lighting an Advent wreath or attending the Stations of the Cross during Lent. It can involve travel on a pilgrimage or for a procession. No matter what popular piety people engage in, it should harmonize with, but not replace, liturgy. One of the most well-known forms of popular piety is the Rosary. The term rosary describes a loop of beads with a short tail. It can also refer to the devotion when one marks individual prayers set on those beads. The short tail has a crucifix on its end. Here one begins the rosary by making the sign of the cross and saying the Apostles' Creed. Then there are 5 beads, the first for saying an Our Father, the next 3 for Hail Marys, then a space for saying the Glory Be. The loop itself consists of 55 beads divided into 5 sets of 11 beads each. These are called decades. Each decade begins with an Our Father, followed by 10 Hail Marys, and finished with the Glory Be. Traditionally, the Rosary consists of 150 Hail Marys. These were divided into 3 sets of decades: the joyful mysteries about the birth and early life of Jesus, the sorrowful mysteries about his passion and death, and the glorious mysteries about his resurrection and glory. In 2022, Pope John Paul II added a new set of decades called the Mysteries of Light, about the public ministry of Jesus. The origin of the Rosary and its 150 Hail Marys is uncertain. Some speculate it came from the ancient Jewish practice of reciting all 150 Psalms daily. The Rosary is based upon the repetition of prayers. Saying the same prayers over and over has the advantage of calming the scattered natures of our internal dialogues, so they can help us relax and focus on the presence of God. We are Christians. As such, we demonstrate our faith by what we have, what we say, and what we do. These personal items and actions sometimes involve sacramentals, like rosary beads and prayers. They are a means to open us up to the presence and possibility of God in our lives. They help us focus on the divine and help us prepare for an encounter with God in worship.